Fellow content creator YV Edit has been talking about the pillars of patriarchy on her YouTube page. And you guys have got to go over there and watch these particular videos. This video that I want to talk about, she is talking about women's compliance and how women's compliance is one of the pillars that is keeping up patriarchy because women do play a part. And she mentions, oh my goodness, she says that some women are looking for diet patriarchy or patriarchy light, where they are looking to basically be at that top, at the top of the hill. She uses this graphic to discuss what patriarchy is versus matriarchy. And in a patriarchy, it is competition to always get to the top. You're always exploiting somebody. You're always looking to use women's resources. They are literally used to women being subjugated and using our time, energy, and resources in order to climb on top of people to get to that very, very top of the hill. And that's what she's talking about. Now, she starts to get into intersectional feminism, and she's having a conversation with fellow white women. And that is a conversation that is tough to have, but it needs to be had. And I'm glad that she jumped to that because I, as a Black woman, can't have this discussion. That is the dynamics that she has with white women that I will never have, even if I talk about it, because obviously that's what intersectionality is. Because as a Black woman, I see the impacts of sexism and racism. But what we're looking to do is make sure that people don't have to continuously be trampled on. And some people have more privilege than others because privilege and oppression are both on a continuum. It's like you can be oppressed in one continuum and be the oppressors in another. And that's the reason why white women specifically have to be called out, and especially by other white women.
It's not me attacking you, I promise. So let's talk about intersectionality and what real intersectional feminism could possibly look like if we really were to put our minds to it. So the first big idea that I really want white women to internalize and to think about is this idea of when do we celebrate the winning of rights? In my opinion, the most shameful moment in all of American history is white feminists celebrating winning their rights and leaving the Black women that organized, that protested, that marched with them, that did everything to support the movement in the dust. I think that is embarrassing and that is shameful because this really gave way to what we are seeing now. And this really gave way to a lot of abuse and a lot more violence towards Black women. Because essentially what a lot of white women want, whether they're aware of it or not, is not freedom and equality for all women. What a lot of white women want is diet patriarchy, patriarchy light, patriarchy with the men removed so that we can still keep the structure and we can still reap the rewards, the perceived rewards of the system, but this time with the white women on top. And this is frankly what a lot of white women want. If you were to look deep down within yourself and ask yourself, what do you want? Do you really want freedom and equality for all women? Or do you really just want to be able to compete in the patriarchy without the men, or just be accepted as one of the men so that you can get to the top of the structure? And if that's what you really want in your heart of hearts, then you have failed as a feminist. That is.
She breaks down things so methodically in this video that she definitely deserves your views. If you're following her over here on TikTok, I believe you have to go over to her YouTube page in order to watch all that she has going on as far as these pillars of patriarchy.
Because you're not changing the fundamental structure of the patriarchy. You perceive there to be rewards in that system that you can reap as a woman. I'm going to tell you the secret right now. There are no rewards for you as a woman in the patriarchy. There are no long-term meaningful rewards, No matter how well you perform it, no matter how well you fit into the structure, no matter how hard you work to support the structure and keep it intact, you will never win the patriarchy game because the patriarchy was made to benefit men and not women. There's no point in scrambling to try and play king of the hill with the men. It's king of the hill, not queen of the hill. It's the patriarchy, not the matriarchy. And the matriarchy wouldn't be a hierarchical structure anyway. The matriarchy is a flat circle with rings of support that go outward. I'll put graphics here to help. So, as a white woman, what you have to understand is that the reason the patriarchy works so well is because it works by unfairly extracting value from other people. It's a hierarchical system in which you have to step on top of other people to get to the top. And once you get to the top, there's a perpetual king of the hill game. What I want you to understand as a woman, any kind of woman, is that the final boss of the patriarchy is being a man. The final boss is misogyny. And that's the part of the patriarchy that you're never going to overcome as a woman.
I know different people have different views of feminism. Some people who are anti feminist just act like feminism is all about hating men and women dominating when that is not true. Where there is oppression, where there is oppression of women and girls, there will be feminists because there are women who are looking to just make things better, safer, and healthier for women and girls. Your race, culture, where you're from could also reflect the kind of feminist you are. If you are a Black women have always worked. So the things that some Black women were fighting for were equal pay because racism was a factor in what women could make. If you were a woman who never had the opportunity to work, your feminism would look different. If you are a woman who had to work in conditions where there's no bathroom breaks, no protections for pregnant women, no protections for the harmful gases and all that, your feminism would look different. If you're in another country that's fighting against FGM, your feminism will look different. If you are in a place where where you're able to beat your woman, your feminism might look different. There are all different reasons that women jump aboard this. And it's not just simply hating men like people like to reduce it down to, because where we stand, feminism looks like women wanting to be healthy, safe, and whole and have opportunities. But when you're in the oppressor seat, it looks like your slave is trying to escape. Now, I came across this article and I want to share it with you, but I do want you to go back and find this yourself. The next wave of feminism is a matriarchy because I believe she has some very good stances, and I'm not going to do this whole article. She says feminism in 2024 is fractured between TikTok trad wives, the repealing of reproductive rights in the US, the juxtapositions of Oscars outrage with Palestinian women getting C sections without anesthesia. It seems the feminist cause has lost focus. For the past century, feminist movements have made incredible strides in securing women the right to vote, attend university, and assume leadership positions in many places. Women have the same rights as men on paper, but we're still far away from liberation. The global gender gap has only closed by 4% since 2006, stagnant at around 70%, and it will take 131 years for the gap to be closed at the current rates. 1 in 3 women still experience some form of violence. I can go on, but progress has reached a dead end, and it's clear why. We still live in a patriarchy. Mainstream feminism has been focused on giving women more legal rights and empowerment with the assumption that the patriarchy will go away when more of us are CEOs and presidents. But it's clear now that the corporate feminist dream of being able to smash, lean in, or girl boss our way out of the patriarchy is dead. It turns out we can't turn down the patriarchy, with the patriarchy. Modern feminism has been clear on one thing: we must dismantle the patriarchy, but it's not clear what will take its place. It's time for feminist thought to take a different approach. We need nothing short of a transformation of our social structures. It's time to focus on creating a matriarchy. Matriarchy is patriarchy in its reverse, but not the way you think. A patriarchy is a hierarchical social structure where men are in charge. The etymology of the word patriarchy literally means domination of the fathers. In this case, the Greek word arch means domination or rule, as in monarch or archbishop. If the patriarchy were a shape, it would be a triangle with rich white cis men at the top of everyone else, organized by how much or how little their intersecting identities give them. Organizing people this way creates and normalizes relationships of domination. The higher up in the triangle, the more power you have to dominate others. I learned from Bell Hooks that domination and love can never coexist. Domination only ever alienates and creates harm. Seen in this way, patriarchy has much more damaging effects than just subjugating women. Listen to this part right here. Racism and capitalism could not have existed without patriarchy. A climate crisis that results from dominating nature wouldn't exist without patriarchy, because without the patriarchy, they are looking to dominate and extract other people's resources, time, and energy. They are entitled. They feel entitled to be able to subjugate people. And even if you are a man of color, you're looking to dominate the women that are below you, the weaker men that are below you. And because of patriarchy, so many of these isms exist. A matriarchy is a social structure where women, mainly mothers, are at the center. The idea that every human being originates from a mother is reflected in the cultural norms of a matriarchal society. The beginning word arch means beginning as in arc, beginning as in archaeology or archetype. Matriarchy literally translates to in the beginning, the mothers. In a matriarchy, there is no top or hierarchy. There is only an inclusive circle where everyone's needs are met. Women support each other. Women understand and provide for each other. Women are literal providers because we have more empathy. We support, we love. And so when people act like, where has a matriarchy existed? And or they think that a matriarchy means just women will dominate, but women are not looking to dominate. Women wanting to smash the patriarchy are not looking to be men or patriarchy light, as YV talks about. Women are looking to have community, love, balance, and this kind of thing that is in this circle. So I really do hope that you guys do understand where we are in this world as far as feminism versus patriarchy. We are not looking to just be men. Well, some of us are not. We are looking to support other people, support, love, create community. And reciprocity is so important, whereas other people are looking to just dominate and use and use and use and use until other people are used up like resources. All right, join the conversation. Don't forget to go over there and follow my girl YV. And don't forget to like, comment, and share.